Hey guys, welcome. It's Richard Butler here from Internet Business Demystified, and today is Thursday, so that means it's a business lesson. Now, last week I talked about your website. I talked a little bit about what you can do with your website, the pages that you need, but how do you actually build your website? Well, the first thing I would recommend is WordPress. Okay. Actually, no, that's not true. The first thing I would recommend is make sure that you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and leave any comments below. Now that that's finished, let's talk about WordPress. WordPress is probably the most used CMS or content management system that there is out there. That has its pluses and its minuses. On the plus side, it's free. On the plus side, it is well supported. On the plus side, there is a lot of things that you can do with WordPress. It's very easy to change your site design in the click of a button nearly. But of course, with the positives, there has to be a negative. Well, what are the negatives? Since WordPress is so popular, it's also popular with hackers. Now, over the Christmas period, I would say on average, my site was getting attacked over 300 times a day. It's not even that I'm making millions from the site or even thousands, maybe a couple of hundred, but it was being targeted left, right, and center. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to make sure you have a very good security plugin. And I have a link in the description to probably one of the best that I've used. It is a little bit pricey, but I feel really safe because I know that it has actually stopped my sites from being hacked. It's exactly the same as putting a lock on your windows or putting a fully fledged alarm. The lock may work, but the alarm will actually tell you if somebody has broken into your site or attempted to break into your site. Okay, so getting that out of the way, you need to have your hosting, as I've already said, and then you install WordPress. Now, you can create a WordPress site yourself because there's lots of what are called themes, and themes are templates that you can modify yourself, and you can, put in all your own text, you can change the pictures, etc. And there's a lot that are free, and there's some that are paid. Now, I'm going to talk to you about two paid ones today because I think depending on what you want to do, the paid ones are good. I myself use Divi on the front of my site like this. So when I go in here, all of my actual pages are created using Divi. And I find Divi pretty good. Okay, so you can see it's all a template. Basically, I use exactly the same template every time I post, and I just make the changes here. Okay, so you can see all of the template there. Okay, now why pay for an actual theme? Well, you pay for a theme because you're going to know it's well written, or should be. You're going to know that there's support, or there should be. And it's going to be something that lots of other people use, so you know it's going to be pretty solid. Now, I would stay away from anything that is kind of sold as a magic theme on JBZoo or Warrior Plus, because normally they are either themes that somebody has got and modified, or they're just crap themes and they won't be supported. And believe me, I have had themes like that you build your whole website, then you go to make a change, and the theme, the owners don't even exist anymore. So pay for a theme. Now, let's be really honest here. Should you just try and download a theme of not the dark web, but of one of these black hat sites? I would say no, because the problem is, if you buy a dodgy theme, what happens is that the person who is selling it could have put some code into the actual theme that will allow them access into your website, like what they call a backdoor. So what they do is it's a process called nullifying the theme, which means that they remove whatever piece of protection is on the theme. And what type of protection would you get on the theme? Well, that every time you license it, it rings home to the mothership and says, hey, is this a valid theme? Is this a valid license number? And if it is, it then licenses the product. If it isn't, then it just actually says, okay, it's not a valid theme. It's not a valid installation number. So what nullification does is they remove that call back to home. So first of all, you don't know what malicious code could be in there. Second of all, you won't get any support. And third of all, you won't actually get any updates. Now, this is another challenge with WordPress, that WordPress is constantly being exploited in that they find hacks, the hackers find hacks. WordPress then will make sure that they release a new version and you must update it. But sometimes what happens is when they update it, because there's so many different themes and technologies, the theme may not work anymore. And this happened to me with one that was called OP, Open Press or Optimized Press. That was the one. And when I went back to the company, they said, "Oh well, you don't have a support agreement with us because you haven't paid for the support, so your theme, we can't upgrade it." So that meant then that my whole site was rendered useless, and I had to rebuild it from scratch. So this is another thing that you should probably get is ongoing support with the theme, just in case. Okay. So this particular theme anyway is with Divi, and when I want to go in and edit, I can just go in through enable visual builder, or I actually go in through here, edit post. And let me show you how this is actually set up here. So with Divi, what happens is that I have the Divi builder here, and this is the layout that I have. I have a top text, I have some text on the left hand side, I have the testimonial area on the right hand side, which is usually a key takeaway and a link. Then I have a text here, which is usually actually the video that I put in. So if I just go back here, you'll see top text. Then I have, well, I put in an image there. I have some of the left-hand text. I have the key takeaway, and then I have a video here. Okay. So that is what I always use. Now, if you are creating a site for your business, I would say something like Divi, and there's a link in the actual description to pick this up. Divi would be very, very good. Okay, it's drag and drop, it's visual editing, there's lots of design options, it's responsive, which is important, which means that it looks well on a mobile device, and you'll see various little parts of Divi here. Okay, 100 full website packs, they constantly update those, and what you'll see is that you get a number of pages here, so it really does all the work for you. All you need to do is fill in a few bits and pieces here. Okay, you can see complete design control, hover styling, row settings, everything. If I go into pricing here, you see that one-time access is $249. Okay, and you get everything here, lifetime updates. Now, when you think, that's not bad, unlimited website usage, so you can put that on as many websites. Okay, so it says, unlike other WordPress themes, we do not limit the number of files. Buy the package once and use our themes and plugs on unlimited websites without purchasing additional licenses. So $250 is pretty good, and then you can go in and you can make all the modifications that you like. Divi is excellent, or Elegant Themes as is also known, is excellent for any website that you want to build. Now, if you are particularly wanting to do just a sales page, it might be the best. So what I would recommend for sales pages is Instabuilder. It's a little bit old, it's been on the market for quite some time, but this is actually very good for creating the standard sort of sales page that you might see on the net. And you'll see some examples down here of what the sales page will actually look like. So I just go down here, for example, it has one of these here for an opt-in box. Okay, it has a graphics pack. It allows you to do numbers. Okay, we go down here, you see the standard landing page. It's perhaps looking a little bit dated. Okay, but you can see an actual a demo here. It's used by a lot of marketing people, to be honest. A lot of the internet marketing community would use this. It's pretty good. You have 60 days there. It says it's a limited offer for a developer's license, $197, installed on unlimited domains and on client sites. So if you were thinking of building a business of creating this for others, that could be a really good thing. Now, the only thing that you might see as well, it's copyright 2015 to 2018. They should be updating it. Okay, there may be a little bit of risk here. Maybe it's better Elegant Themes. I have it on a couple of sites of mine and it works perfectly. It hasn't broken, but maybe the safer bet is something like Divi. Now, the other thing with design for your website is that there's hundreds of free themes as well. If I go into free WordPress themes, what you will see here is you will see lots and lots. Okay, there's another one called Elementor there. Theme Forest is one where you can download a lot of themes for free as well. So if I go in and I have a look, you see that there's plenty of different themes here. Some are free, some are actually paid. Okay, so you can see a lot of different things. So WordPress is your best option to have your website because there's so much that you can actually get for free. And then you just want to find a theme that you like. And then you have to say, okay, let me see, I want to have a creative theme. So I go into WordPress, I click on creative, and then what I would do from here is I would buy one of these themes here. Okay, so you can see all the different themes. If I go into one of these, if I'm a wedding photographer, it will actually give me a preview here as well. Okay, so I can see what it looks like. I can see all the different pages, and I literally just go in and I make the changes that I want here. Okay, so you can see all of those pages. It gives you the theme features, etc. Now, there's a couple of things that you want to think of, and one is themes versus plugins. Now, sometimes you will get a plugin which will allow you to easily drag and drop things around your site in order to make it very simple to create pages. Or you get the theme, which basically gives you the overall, every single page will look exactly the same. What are the disadvantages of themes? Well, it's the disadvantage of WordPress that you have to go in and there's a little bit of work to do, but you should be able to find a WordPress developer who will actually be able to help you with that. And what I like about WordPress is I remember I used to use Dreamweaver many, many moons ago. And when you wanted to make a change to the whole site, it was so difficult. With WordPress, normally what you can do is you can just select another theme and with a little bit of tweaking, your site looks perfect. So if you're going out to get somebody to build your website, and I've been on calls with clients and they said, I've spent 15,000 on my website. The website is just a theme that has been modified. There's a lot of people that will take advantage of it. So I would say be very, very careful. Try doing it yourself. If that doesn't succeed, spend a day or two learning about the theme. Try building it out yourself. If you can't build out the website yourself, well, then I would go and I would just hire somebody just to build a simple website. Remember what I said in previous videos, that it depends on what you want to do with your website. Sometimes it'll be just a landing page to collect email addresses. Sometimes it'll be just a brochure site that just says, hey, this is me, this is my services, and it's really simple. I would always start with the premise, KISS, KISS. Keep it so simple. So you keep everything simple. You just build out your site. It's nice and simple. And as you progress, then you add to making that site better and better and better. Okay, so always try and minimize your cost. But I think Divi at 279, I think it was, is well worth getting with the lifetime upgrades, etc. Once you have your website built out, then what you need to start to do is you need to start to see, well, how am I going to integrate an email responder into this so that I can start collecting leads, because it's essential when you have your website that you're collecting leads. And that is what we're going to talk about next week. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do let me know in the comments. Please give me a thumbs up. Please like, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week. Have a great day.